So you guys have kind of gone down one of the routes. It's just Mortar and Norlis. There seem to have been a lot of different routes to go. This area seems to open up a bit. Um, Additionally, you guys can hear some things happening. You can hear. Okay, and the first one of these I might retcon if they never show up, but you can kind of slightly hear like a slight echoey sound of like someone grasping at rock. It's this weird echo. You can hear something large moving about. You can hear bits of chittering sounds and a slight snore. All of which are kind of echoed along this larger room, making it kind of odd. The flooring around here is mostly stone, little bits of dirt here and there, but mostly just bare stone. And much of the walls are made of rock with bits of lichen, a decent bit of lichen and green stone of sorts here and there. Perhaps, what's some green rocks? Like malachite, I think? Maybe some malachite here and there. And yeah, that's where it leaves you two, to kind of explore this section. And that big step, like, the sound of that large thing moving seems to be kind of close by. Not too far. And it sounds like almost like a bipedal creature.
Oh, about to say, how do you tell something's bipedal from sound? Very easily.
You also see a bit of old pottery that looks like it's been here for a very long time, and also a fireplace of sorts that seems it's very old as well. I feel like I started talking, and I don't know if Norlis is here.
I am.
So, Nonless, which way do you want to go?
Frankly, I'm not too sure.
So
Yeah,
I see some
I've
cobwebs up there.
I've mentioned before, but I don't necessarily have a goal down here. Mine was above this ground, so I'm just kind of tagging along to help you guys, so you'll help me later. I'm not sure what. I guess everyone's feeling a little fatigued, standing back for a little while we scout ahead. So.
Norlis, do a history or nature check.
Okay. Oh, that's not good.
If you want, you could do both.
Either way, it's only a 10. I rolled a 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah, not good.
Which one did you want it to be, history or nature?
That's history.
Okay. I'll allow you to roll nature as well. I'll just start with the history. You, in terms of the underground, in terms of the relation to above ground sites, you like, let me actually look back at something. Make sure so I didn't like so I didn't. I want to make sure I didn't actually like misinform you guys on something. Despite the knowledge, so you remember that Claire Cardine, the like strange Dampier lady or girl, had mentioned like there may be some type of entrance to the underground from the Paladinary of Tyr. The Paladinary of Tyr at this point is a decent chance of being the location of what you're looking for. It's not, is it? It could be a 50-50 or it could be a higher chance. You aren't fully certain, but it's not. All things considered, it's, despite it being a common place for people going, it also seems to be significant enough place that likely there's people that are having difficulty getting in. And it's a highly fortified location. Either way, the point is you're 50-50, not 50, sorry, let me say this again. You are in the belief there is some kind of underground entrance to the place, meaning that you could possibly enter there from the underground. You aren't sure where exactly that would be, but you are pretty sure that where you are right now is significantly north of that location. Probably off to like the northwest of there, most likely. But beyond that, you don't know too much really of like where direction wise or any relations or anything. You can't really think much in terms of what you know about the history of that location or the place. Oh, by the way, meta question. Did we ever decide on Norlis having been in the city before it fell?
I think we settled on I had been to Vetberg Castle previously, but not Vetberg.
Well, no. I mean, well, you went to Vetberg Castle before the
No,
game.
that's when I was
Sorry,
captured.
before,
I was captured at Vetberg
yeah.
Castle.
But that was like what I mean is, were you here in Vetberg more than 7 years ago?
Oh, that was never asked to me, so I'm not certain.
Okay. Do you want it to have been? That just means you would have traveled a bit years ago. Okay.
It's less than it's not incredibly likely he was a very diligent scholar in his library with no needed reason for travel prior to less than 2 years ago.
Okay.
It's also a notable distance away, so he probably wouldn't have.
Okay. Back to the circumstance. Either way, you know that there's staying underground does give you possible means to getting to where you need, one of the possible places you wanted to go. But there's that. But you don't really know like where. Additionally, it's entirely possible that someone may have already taken it and it's still in the city. Now you don't know that, but if someone it's entirely understandable that if someone were to get it, they may have also interest in gaining the other significant item here, which is the sword of the sword Tierfling, and they may possibly use that to get it. I'm not saying that's a definite. That's a wild guess on your end. Probably not super likely, but well, I mean, it's mixed. Either way, you do think that there is some possible way to actually ignore that whole statement. I don't think it's compatible. There is possibly some way to get to where you would want to get via the underground, which may be safer than getting there via above ground. Okay, you guys can now get back to moving around.
Going to head down this way. It's the most open route. I see a in the crevice. I say, yeah, probably would be able to squeeze.
Yeah. So, you guys see. So, do a perception check.
10.
Ooh, okay. Well, either way, you guys see blatantly before you is some kind of trap of sorts. It looks to be like a piece of rope that's been tied across with a little strand next to like a bundle of things, and it looks to be that if you were to trip on the rope, a bunch of like spikes would be thrown at you, or at least dragged towards your location. It's unclear if it would have been actually a way to like, actually harm you, or as a way to act as an alert system. Or as a decoy for something else. You aren't fully sure. Norlis, did you roll anything?
8.
Okay. Is it 8 plus? Is that your full? Just the roll, or is that the
7 plus
heavy
1.
thing? Oh boy. Oh, you rolled a nat 1. Okay. Oh no.
No, 7
didn't.
plus 1.
Oh, okay.
We're not perceptive people.
Okay.
Hmm. Can
It
I just
doesn't
step
look
over
that
it?
old. It doesn't look like it necessarily was some type of ancient trap here. It might have been set more recently.
Can I just step over it?
You could try.
I mean, I'll attempt to step over it.
You manage to step over it.
No.
You now
Oh.
step in, and there is a strange reptilian-like creature next to, it looks like some type of pet bug it has on a leash, looking right at you. Fuck. Who got, what? D- do you speak this?
What was the language they were originally speaking?
They said fuck, and then they said some strange language you don't really, what languages do you know?
Sylvan, Infernal, Common, Primordial.
It wasn't one of those.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I do speak that. Or this. I'll
This
move
just
further out
our
of the way.
camp. We mean no harm. It seems to be like a rather muscular creature. Like it has a big, nice old like bladed club of sorts. It looks like it could be pretty nasty if it hit you with it. Farther back, it seems there's another one you see, whom looks to be a little different and has some what looks like little glass vials on them and things. We set up trade post with above ground people like you and giants. You friendly, correct? Correct?
Correct, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me get into this voice a little bit. You're friendly, correct?
Yeah,
Yes, we're
we are.
friendly.
Um, uh, hmm. Would you like trade?
Well,
I don't see why we can't look.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. We'll move forward. See what they have to trade then.
Bring out, but we have potions, fish from deep down, and some other things. Give me a sec to get some specialty made things. Let me pull it up. We have pigment of glow rune from the giants, the stone men. They travel here sometimes. There is one not far from here, we think. Does glow rune pigment interest you?
I mean,
It
what
glows.
does it do? Is that all it does?
Magical gift. You can spend some time to paint yourself. It lasts not too long. 8 hours. Or unless you wipe it away if you wish. It can do things. We'll sell it by grouping of pots.
I
One
mean,
help with terrain movement.
I mean, how much for them?
That's an important question. What do you trade in, goods or coin?
Maybe both. Depend what you have. Goods sometimes better than coin.
I'll pull out a
We
bunch of
also have some
rations.
other thing. Maybe. That good. We have many ration of our own. We also have some potion of a vial thing and what else? Figurine, if you want that.
I mean, what are the potions of?
Let me speak. Let me think. Even. Oh wait, you could talk to Greg. And he kind of moves to the side. And this guy gives up. Why? Gentle. Sorry, I'm just having a nice day with you know, the suds. I don't even know. I look. You know what borax is? Eat some borax. It was not purposeful by accident, and I'm feeling a little weird.
So, what's these potions you were on about?
Yes, I make my own potions. I have some interesting ones. I can make you heroic, or I have a potion of heroism.
Is
And I
that
have a
all?
potion of I also have one potion, or well, two, of what I call it a potion of no hurt sorta. Well, that's what in our language it means. It's a zukagla. The zukagla potion is we could call it maybe invulnerability. I think that's it. My common's better than my friend there, but you know, you know that's not a slur, right? Slur.
No.
Okay, good. I think good. Wait, or I'm sorry. Okay, bad. There we go. Or was it good? Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, I have.
Your friend mentioned a figure?
Yeah. We have some figures of Power Wondrous. That's what you guys call. Well, that's what we've got. We got them from deep down. I think some. Durgar had some. And I don't know what they got them from. We got some. We got one where an onyx dog. And we have another. That's a. Well, let me look at this. I gotta find it. One that's a big fly. And it's black, ebony fly. So we get the fly and the dog.
Mortaz's going to turn to Nautilus. So, what are you thinking?
I'm a little curious about the potion of no hurt. Did you say what type of invulnerabilities does it offer you?
I mean, shit tries to. Well, anything that's thrown at you is just not gonna hurt you as much.
I need to ask a question in meta. Are you selling us a potion of 9th level invulnerability?
No, it's different.
Potion of meta-wise, potion of vulnerability is a rare potion.
It's
meta-wise, it gives you resistance to all damage for a minute.
Okay.
And they have 2 of them.
Okay. I've never heard of that person before, so I wasn't sure what to make of it. And I searched up invulnerability, and the only thing that I came up, or the first thing that came up, is the 9th level spell, which mitigates all damage for up to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to ask, because I'm like, what?
Yeah. That would be crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm like, what the hell are you doing, Ian? That's a 9th level spell.
Yep. And they also had the glow rune, which I didn't describe as well, but they had a couple different variants of that, and they do things. That's what they have a lot of, but yeah. We got the heroism potion. We also have some other potions. Not those are the best ones we got though.
Do you have any potions of healing, of regeneration, if you would?
We have 3 potions of greater healing. We have some more of some normal basic ones.
How much for the figure of the fly?
Uh, 390 gold. Or
390 gold.
actually, 390 gold if you give us some like a day's worth of rations as well. We'll increase it a little more if you don't got rations. We can maybe zoop it a little lower. I think 390 is already a little low. Maybe it should be at 400, but 390 if you give us a day's of use of rations. But if you have some other things, we can maybe make a trade.
Marquez gonna start rooting around in the bag. I have a great axe, multiple sets of leather armor, lots of daggers, a shield. No. I haven't looked at the shield yet. I haven't looked at
You
the
also
other.
got a
I've also got an.
quiver.
Yeah, but I say I'm just looking at. Hang on a minute. Oh wait, yeah. That I haven't.
I would
checked
hate for you to sell the quiver before our archer even is in the part, like even in the call.
Just looks at you. Just looks at them. Hands over. Where's the gold?
What do you have? Oh.
I have 5 days worth of rations plus some gold for the fly. How much would 5 days knock the thing by?
Hmm. $365.
Hey, Ian.
What?
A question for you. The boots I took off of the human at the scribe's library, I would have attempted to identify them at one point if I thought they were magical. I'm just curious if those had any magical potency within them.
I honestly, I don't know what the answer, because I'm 50-50 if I had, I have a notes on, let me just check.
I shall hand over the gold and the rations for the thing.
I'm surprised you had it. I didn't think you had enough gold. Especially after, like, the big purchase you did before.
I didn't spend all my gold. My gold reserves are hitting low, but...
Did you actually do a check, or like any check to see if it was magical or no?
I would have cast Identify.
Woo! About to say, we
like,
had a long
like,
rest.
Yeah, in like one of the downtimes we had up until now.
The problem is I remember what I went with, and I'm trying to think of if I want to change it to be more like, because I think I remember the whole idea was they were,
The only reason I grabbed them was because like they were notably not damaged. Like seem magically protected from mundane damage.
Let me just check.
Oh, yay!
So
Yippee.
they were not magical, but they were very good boots. They were like,
Shiny.
you know, like an expert level, like actually, nah, let me actually restate it. I think they may be magical. Let me look at something real quick, because I don't want to like.
I'm fine with either. I just want to
Okay.
know what they are.
Sorry, I was say they are not magical, but
Okay.
they're very good boots. They could probably sell for a lot. These are like very decent boots. These are like, you're probably not gonna like. They might have been set specifically for that person by a expert cobbler.
Well,
Cobbler's a shoe person, right?
yes, that is correct. Yes.
Yes.
I learned
This
that
is
from Adventure Time. Mortar, if you'd like, you could use these boots in your trade. I'm not sure how much of a deal they might offer you for them, but I have no need for them, and they aren't magical by any means.
How much for those glow pigment things?
We'll give them maybe. We could bargain a little bit, but we'd like to say maybe around 80 gold each per one. And if you get them, we maybe do give you 4 for like. Yeah, I think we can do 85 each, and if you buy a bunch of them, we can lessen it. Actually, let's go 90 each. I think 90 each is okay. But you could bargain a little bit. We could maybe argue a little bit about it. But I think 90 each is good.
Mortar
Can I
will take
throw
out.
myself on the board somewhere?
Yeah, he offer you down here.
Mortar will take out 6 sets of leather armor and a pair of nice boots.
Why does Moritar have 6 sets of leather armor?
I have a bag of holding.
Oh yeah, you're an artificer.
I have a bag of holding.
He's a Skyrim
and
player.
I have a bag of holding, and I need to have money in this campaign.
Okay. So what has basically happened is you guys walked into the room. Now like Vic would have now followed suit a little bit, seeing and noticed like she followed where Moritar and Norris would have gone, and found them in a little like offshoot of this larger cavern. Seemingly like shopping with these strange reptilian creatures. He seems to have a big pet bug. Moritar, can you repeat what you just said?
I will bring out 6 sets of leather armor. And,
Oh, look at that.
and a set of nice leather boots handed to me by Norris.
The leather armor looks good. Then they look at the boots. You get the idea that they look at them, and it's clear that like they get the idea of okay, hey, this is really nice mastery, but their main use of this probably is to resell them, because you look at their feet and they're like got big claws. They have lizard feet. Yeah, they probably can't wear these boots. So it wouldn't be directly used to help for them, but they definitely look to like be looking at them.
How much how much does this affect the actual deal of the pigments?
If you give us all of those, I gotta remember how much. How much does a? Oh god, I hate to ask this. I don't know how to say it.
It's 10 per set.
Okay. You said 6?
Alright.
Yes. So it's like 60 gold.
Give those
Right.
boots. Those look nice.
He's been let out a lot today. Throw in 2 more days of rations, and we'll do it for 265. 260.
How about
Where did that price come from? Didn't you say 85 per one?
No, he's talking about selling he's talking about the fly.
I thought you were
I've already
buying
bought the fly.
Yeah, the fly's already been bought.
Oh, you already bought the fly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's trying to buy the glow rune right now.
Oh,
The
wait a
glow
minute.
rune.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, where
Okay,
did that price
okay,
come
so we're
from?
talking about
Yes,
in
yes,
that
yes.
case for like the
Yes.
if you have so you said it was 6 leather armor?
6 leather armor, a nice pair of boots, and I will just sweeten the deal by adding a dagger for each set of leather armor.
In that case they'll give you for the first one in that case they look if you do all that and give us 2 maybe 3 daggers, we'll give you for 80 gold we'll give you 3 of them.
Deal.
Okay, 3 daggers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
6 leather armor, 3 daggers, and 80 gold for 3 of your pigments.
Okay. Do a. Let me see how do I want to do this. So, how do I want to go about this? There is. Okay, they hand you there is a couple. We have a couple different kinds of pigments. Which one do you want? We have the journey, the life, the light, the mountain, and the shield. We have several of each. Which ones do you want?
Shield, mountain, and life.
Life? Okay, shield, mountain, and life.
Yeah.
Okay. So they hand you those. I'll now post those. Instead of like, since these are things I'll just kind of post what they do. I'm not gonna have you. Well, you can identify them for maybe future, but here's what the life
I'm
does.
assuming would be told.
Yeah, the life rune. The painted creature gains 10 sorry. It helps you prevent death and makes you a little strong. Helps you a little bit. So the life rune gives you 10 temporary hit points. The mountain makes you immune to being knocked prone and gives you advantage on strength and concentration saving throws. And then did you say shield?
Yes.
The shield helps you you know not get mashed as much. What it does is it gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that deal damage.
I'll finish offloading my stuff
Okay.
all to them.
Yep. And so you can basically just spend 10 minutes to basically paint one of yourselves, and that will last for like a good 8 hours.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Mortar's going to, hand over everything required.
Then the other one, Og, like looks back up. He's like, you got a friend with you. How much for the egg?
Victorian kind of looks for a moment. It's not for sale.
Hmm.
And he kind of like instinctively steps closer to Adonis's back.
Did you steal from that dragon down here? Did you steal from that dragon here?
There's a dragon down here. He starts he takes out like a notebook and starts fiercely preparing to write.
Apparently so.
Do you have any idea where it might be?
Well, the rumor's down deep that if you zoop around, if you head back down the big hole and go all around for like several miles, you can. Well, the point is there's supposed to be where there's some special sword. There's supposed to be this real nasty dragon near it. It's all dark and people in the down there tip not to go near that sword just because we've heard that whatever's guarding it's pretty fucking nasty. A group of drow went back to get it, down to apparently deal with that dragon. I don't know if anybody with a sword like years ago, and they failed. We just know that in these catacombs or wherever it is, it should be somewhere by the catacombs. I mean, this whole place is kind of a catacomb, but I mean, our best guess is we think it's that way, maybe. And he points towards this direction. That's our best guess. We don't stand by. We don't go too deep around here, and we tend to just kind of come up and sometimes we'll go down by the river and climb down awkwardly down into the that wondrous lake.
Okay. He's like still actively writing. Is there anything else you might know?
About what?
Just about the dragon in general.
From what we know, it hasn't been here that long. It's probably been here for a couple hundred years, maybe a little less. He points to the other one. Well, let me think. We don't know if it's either a black drag, maybe a shadow drag. We think that it probably was captured from a drow at some point. That's our best guess. We don't think it's from the surface. We think it's from down here. Or sorry, from down there. We're still up here. We know we climbed up from 400 feet down, so we're up in elevation to normally are, But yeah, we know it's bad business, and we think it's a dark dragon of some kind, and like color wise, but our best guess is like a black
Dragon
or
racism
shadow.
is crazy, but continue.
It's not racism if it's just de facto true.
What? It's not racism if it's true. Is that what you said?
That's crazy.
You're saying
That's not what you
you're
meant to
cooking.
say. I don't think. But what?
I don't think that's what you meant to say, but I
You're
mean
saying
you're
this in
cooked.
context to dragons.
In terms of coloration, that's not the okay. But that's not color. Isn't necessarily a true thing. It's a circumstantial thing based off one's vision. But yeah, no. Let me think. I'll say this. I don't know its name, but if it's gonna be anyone that knows about it, it's probably gonna be the drow, and even then, it's our best guess is that it came from far fucking south, like hundreds of miles south here. We remember hearing rumors that like there's certain used to enslave dragons, but that's all we got. And if that's the case, it came pretty far fucking north here. And if it came from above, we're not sure where. There's not too many big entrances from above, at least into the city that's supposed to be above here. If that's still doing well, is that doing okay?
Mostly.
Really?
It's something, all right.
Oh, okay. It's light. Could you get us an apple? I've heard of rivers apples. I don't know what they are, but are they good?
I mean, I could try.
Do a insight check.
Which one of us?
Any of you.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
Okay, Victoria, you realize that these guys don't actually know what the city fell 7 years ago?
Oh. Oh my. Guys, I don't think they I don't think they know what happened.
Oh no.
We've been seeing more of or at least this week when we came up, we've seen more people that like upper folks than we normally do. We mostly deal with the traveling giants and some other things. And it seems to be a little bit less undead than there normally is. That's normally a big deal. there was many years ago, there's some weird shit going on, but that seemed to lessen out.
So, is that all our shopping done?
I mean,
Unless,
if you guys want to trade, we'll take more stuff.
Quick
Unless
question.
Nautilus.
Did you actually sell the boots? Because if so, I'm gonna delete them from my inventory.
yes.
I believe they did, yeah.
Cool. I
Also, I've today I've learned D&D Beyond does not believe a giant fly is worth being a monster.
one more time.
There's stats for it somewhere. I think isn't there stats for it in the player's
Eh,
handbook?
no, there's a stat block for it. It's
Then
just
build
not.
it in Roll20 then, yay!
They do not believe D&D Beyond does not believe it's a monster. I cannot add it to my character sheet, but I can
Good,
find
you
it in
don't
the
need
monster
to be.
section.
Okay. You can just build it, yay! Move to Roll20, yay! Here,
No.
I'll give you a... Giant fly.
Yes.
I spent too much money on D&D Beyond.
Well, D&D Beyond's going down big cringe. Or something. Let's see. I don't think they're gonna get a whole spatial setup for a grid space anytime soon. If they do, I don't think it's gonna be as good as Roll20. But yeah. Where are you guys down here, by the way? Just wondering before you leave.
Sword.
Says this one says Greg.
I mean, sword. Probably.
Sword? You going after that sword the dragons like sleeps by?
I mean, yeah.
Why?
One in our group seems intrigued by it, but they're not here right now.
Meta-wise, well, I think some of the other people in the group. I mean, what aren't you Nautilus? Or not Nautilus? Moritar and Victorian are somewhat interested. All Victorian's more interested in the dragon itself. But I think you people would be one of the main people that cares about the sword. I think. But yeah. Huh. Well, that sword's not always been here. You know, it's placed down here years ago by the people that were up there, and they must have worked with a dragon or something. Oh. We know there's apparently another sword down here, like some type of thing. And there's also, if you go a little south of here, there's a cold area. We think there's someone else down there, but we don't deal with that due to those the manders. You know, the cold things. They're like they got big tails, big feet. The big teeth, kind of maybe. I don't know if they have teeth. You know,
No, I don't know.
the frost salamanders, the ice boys.
So, wait,
Fruga,
where's it?
Fruggy Pukas,
This is south.
Yeah, if you zoop around, yeah, this big chamber over here. If you look at the big pit that goes 400 feet down, and you look, and you turn around, and you just keep walking, you'll get to like the frozen pond, and you'll see him.
And there's a sword there.
No, there's a frozen thing there. It's a frozen pond there. The sword's with the dragon.
Oh, okay.
We think it's what's y'all fucking topsiders use west? Yeah, I think it's east. Yeah, I think that's sort of east of here. I think maybe. That's our best. Yes, guys.
So it's by a giant hole. Got it.
With the sword?
Pause.
No. What? Are you
My
okay? The giant hole's like right there. Like you literally what? What's
Okay.
wrong with you?
I have a better idea. Give me like One second, let me find
If
it.
you literally walk around a little hobble here, you could see the giant hole. It's like pretty blatant. And if you're south of the hole, you can see like, you know, and you just keep walking, you'll get to the Mander Den. The dragon's somewhere else around these tunnels. I don't know where the dragon is exactly, but there's not too far. We sometimes see those big manders. It's like they're not great. They're spooky. That's why we get onto the side and have a trap and everything.
I've decided that Victorian has completely forgotten he just has a fucking radar built into him.
For oh wait,
For
do they?
dragons.
Oh, for dragons.
I mean, that's only like a couple miles.
Is it?
Yeah.
We discussed how it works. It works differently, but yeah, they should be able to know where like how close it is to them. I think, right?
Yes.
And we're
They
not, it's not.
can.
They're not going to be able to know like what way to turn. It's not going to be a GPS. They don't know which way to turn through tunnels, but they
But
would
I
be.
know the
If they did it
direction
now,
is
they would
generally.
be able to know the direction it is from them.
It's like
But I would
sonar.
like to figure that he has no idea.
Anyway, I think that's enough trading. We can. I'll be on my way. I'm assuming like our patriots will be following me.
Those big steps you heard seem to have been going north.
Stepping over the trap.
Okay.
And moving along.
What happened to the new player, by the way?
Oh, so okay, so meta-wise, several sessions ago they joined as a character, the Vampire. The next session,
Oh, that's the
life stuff
same
happened.
person.
Yeah, life stuff happened. Then
That's their new account.
they were
Okay.
going to
This is the legit child, right?
they're like 17, yeah.
Oh, well, I guess
As
it's
in-
not legit child, but like child.
As in, well, I think they just turned. They either like turned 17 like in the last couple of weeks, or they turned 17 like in last. I don't know. They should be. I think they're 17. They're either 17 or about to be 17.
But like child.
Yeah.
High
child.
schooler.
They didn't know who Robert E. Lee was.
I'm assuming they're not American.
No, they're American. They just live on the West Coast.
Oh. See, I'm black. I kind of have to, my bad.
We had a previous player whom didn't know Robert E. Lee was racist. Actually, you met him. That
What?
was
Wait,
yeah,
that was
the
the guy. What's his name? Fuck.
Space Cadet.
Yeah.
The guy was yeah. That was one of the other. The thing is that I didn't want to like. There's a lot of fucking drama happening at the time, so there was a reason I didn't go heavy on that as I did the.
Do we want
trans
to
stuff.
discuss this when we get to boom points?
No, we can discuss this later. Fine.
Okay,
Or not
cool.
discuss it. Okay. Wait. Oh, but back to the other thing that did matter with the new player. They were supposed to be here. And because they're not, I don't know what's going on with them. They were supposed to be here. This is supposed to be for introduction. That's why we're working with a smaller group. So the session might be a bit short.
I figured. I was like, I was like, what are we gonna do, given the fact that the session is relatively specific. What direction did everyone go?
Y'all move them. Just up. Over here.
Out there. Okay, cool. There you go.
You now see the large hole we were talking about, and then you hear a big like stomping sound, and a large figure looks to you. Looks to some of you. Let's see. Actually, who can see it?
I can.
Yeah. Or you see a large figure in
I'm
front of you.
blind.
It's somewhat humanoid. Oh, you can't see it?
No, I don't have dark vision.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm the one with dark vision.
So some of you could hear this like large figure that it's from the darkness. You can see. Mortar just can kind of see it, and it looks to you. Dreamwalkers. I wish to get above to the dream. Could you... Which way would be best?
I mean, you're a little big to go the way we came.
Is there another opportune way?
Not that we've seen.
Not
Do
that
we,
we're familiar with,
you
no.
guys remember, Sardanix
My favorite part
mentioning
is
we
these
had
guys
to,
are just
like,
hearing
swim
out.
through an area? It's possible that could have been wide enough, but you don't know?
The other two are just hearing a loud booming from the darkness, basically.
Correct. Mortar, who's there?
So you know not how to get to dream.
Not a way you can. You're awfully large.
I could break rock. Hmm.
I
Find
mean,
different way.
like dimensions-wise, you are like drastically too large to go the way we came. There might be another way near like some water if you could out swim and hold your breath long enough. That's a big if.
Where would that be?
It's gonna generally point in the direction it was.
Oh, huh. Maybe I might be right going this way. Thank you, Dreamwalker. And they start to walk away, but then look back to you. Why are you not in the dream, Dreamwalkers?
We've come down looking for looking for a dragon with a looking for a sword that a dragon is near.
Oh. Hmm.
Also, apparently there's a frozen pond around here. We're also looking for that too.
Let me look for something real quick. I need to check one little thing if it'll give me like 20 seconds.
Morotar's gonna turn to normalness. It's a stone giant.
Oh.
Oh?
I was trying to remember. I was going to say something about the dragon. I don't know if I wrote it down in a place that would be helpful. Or
Stone giant turns around on foot, 360, lobs a boulder.
Oh. You mean Olnak Sans. I know its name.
Olnak Sands.
Olnak
Sans Undertale?
Undertale. Hmm.
That was.
Licks its lips. Tasty food. No. Console. Can't find a fun way, but that also makes sense. Olnak Sans. That's its name. It's from down, but it was corrupted by the shadow that fell.
Can I do a check on that?
What kind of check?
What would be the most appropriate check?
No, you can't just say okay. No, it's you want me to do the work for you? I guess you could be like, well, a nature check if you. What do you want to learn? You got just what do you want to know?
Because dragon shadow that fell corrupted. There was a tick.
I mean, religion would be a direct way of doing that. But if you wanted to, like, depending on what you like, if you wanted to just like confirm, like, oh, is it the shadow fell? Like a religion check would be fine.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to, like, you know, there's different ways you can, like... So yeah, you think that means it has something to do with the Shadowfell?
Now the question is, how much knowledge of dragons do my character actually have? Well,
I mean, you'd be in a good
different.
position to know about dragons, but also there's reasonable reason to believe that you would have been fed more limited knowledge on certain things.
Yeah. So, can I do a history check?
To learn what?
To recall my knowledge of dragonkind, and if there's anything matching this description.
As in their name?
As in confirmation of what they actually are. Because I've been told their name. Well, I've been told the actual dragon's
You
name.
can. I'll say do it at disadvantage.
Alright.
Albeit, I'll let you have it roll as normal if Victorian's helping you. Well, actually, I don't know if that would mean much.
I got 11.
Okay. You get the idea that this dragon's probably from Underdark, and therefore something that, like, or if that's true, then there's a good reason for it, like, it not to be within the range of stuff that you would have known about as much. The most you can guesstimate and kind of compile based off other stuff you learned and guesstimates of its name is likely it was associated with some, like, drow family at some point. What you're not clear on is if that whatever drow group it was associated with was the thing that corrupted it, or if it was corrupted after the fact. And in terms of that corruption, like, you don't know specifics, but that corruption is linked to the Shadowfell. That's the best you can guess. What that made the dragon, you're not fully sure.
Alright.
Victorian, due to circumstances, I mean, ultimately, you're not like you're not. I mean, you're kind of a dragon expert. I don't want to say you're super bad, but you're basically bad due to circumstance mostly. Not, but I think your character would. I mean, considering your abilities and things, I think they would be partially based on previous experience and whatnot. You probably have read books on dragons. Check. As a
Was that
Victorian
a-
roll nature check.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not great
I
at
wouldn't
nature.
have Issa roll a nature check.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
You were like, that seems okay. You think it's
It's a 3.
you think it's a dark twilight dragon.
Rules a bit.
What's happening? I
You
got a
think
3.
the type of dragon is called a dark twilight dragon, and it sparkles. That's what you think, based off like
That
it being corrupted by the Shadowfell. That's what you think.
I will communicate
What's your
that
best
to the
guess?
party.
And its sparkling is like, sometimes painful for people nearby. Sometimes it's nice.
Neat.
Unless you want to go with a different thing, based on the nat
I
one, you're
appreciate
probably gonna
that.
get.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
Mortal's going to move over here and look over the edge.
The stone giant was gonna walk, but still kind of looks at you a bit. You see what looks to be a fairly broken bit of rope, like a little like set that basically looks like it's meant for people to from down below to climb up. There's also a lot of other little nooks and crannies and shit that looks like people have climbed up. It looks like the stone giants and possibly other things have not used that like rope system, but the rope system also looks damaged. It doesn't look like it functions great. It might literally be, and the wooden portion looks like it's gonna fall to bits. The area still does look used. It's just not in great shape.
Alright.
The pit goes down deep. You can't see the bottom.
Alright, going to move around. I mean, I'd know it'd be 400 feet from what the traders said.
Yeah.
move around and checking the area. Because Morita has just not need for other lights, so he can just, or they can just kind of walk around.
Wait, before I go, they point to Nornalus. What are you?
I'm a Fearbog. If that's what you mean.
I seen you before.
I don't believe you have.
I have. Not you, but Fearbog. Your ear shape and body structure are similar to what I've seen.
How long ago?
Hold up picture of Cal.
4 months.
How far away from here was that?
Hard to say.
Have you traveled a great distance
80
since
miles? It was 18 miles.
then? Hard to say. 18 miles, 300
I said
feet.
80 miles.
80, okay.
80 mi-
I heard
80
18. I'm like,
around.
okay.
Yeah, that would have been a little civic. Yeah.
I'm like, what?
At least it's south of here.
South of here?
They were with. No. Yeah, far. Complicated. How do I put this? This place odd. This is a hub of of movement. But I mean south of region, kind of, as in above ground there big water, ocean. But the south that around in dwarf territory, but not with Garconia, that where I see it. They seem to kind of try to say things that looks like they're kind of deep in thought, trying to think of a name you might know. Near Iron Step, but the mines. The dwarves, they dig deep. It was not too far from there where I saw them. They were with a drow and they were in fear of squid heads. They had escaped them. Those who flay mines.
Oh. Gods above. Okay.
That is the only time I have seen Verbolg. You like human and elf, but different.
Yes.
Different enough for me to remember.
Yes. Well. That's good to know. Thank you.
How is it good to know? I recognize I may be generalist, but are there so little Verbolg that you know them?
There's a potential for that, yes.
Oh.
And just to be certain, out of character, Fearbolgs are not a very large population in this world. No.
So
like
the idea is like
probably 3% of the world.
East of
max.
Old Cow Mountains, there's not that many of them. There's a couple settlements here. There's not very many. Past the Old Cow Mountains, there's more. South of the Old Cow Mountains is basically there's like south of like Lake Cask. There's basically zero. There might be some here, there, and some. There's no communities. The main place in the world that there's Fearbolgs are in along the Furbolg coast, which is west of the Olkel Mountains. There's a
Did
couple
one of
near
my old
Gresshelm.
characters burn down
That's
a
the
big
main kind of
forest?
places. So like you've known like there's only like what like 3 Furbolg villages, maybe like 2 now because one of them might have been destroyed. I think in like the Gresshelm area or even this generalized area, and there's a grouping of mini connected villages and towns, um, along the Furbolg coast, which is mostly, but also those are pretty far north and like along like not great connection points. There's like as in there's not proper trails between the films. They're not, so they don't have like connectiveness,
Okay.
at least for the most part. Yeah, and you would have never been there. So from your perspective, yeah, most of the Furbolgs that you've met, you probably like could there's not too many. I mean, assuming you probably haven't been to some of the Furbolg villages around where you live, but the point is, of the Furbolgs you've met, like
There's not a lot.
there's not a lot.
Yes, no, we're not a we're not a huge populace. So I may know them, yes.
Ooh. I did not get their name. I just saw them. Then I guess that was useful knowledge.
Thank you for that, yes.
I have also seen one like you, and it points to Victorian. But it was
Excuse
hundreds
me?
of years ago. I've seen
Oh,
a Bari that is cold and blue once before. It was long ago, though. They were ferocious and wished for the locust spirit to be given to those not amongst the soul quench. If that means anything to you, let me know.
say that one more time. And he starts like really writing.
They were ferocious. They looked somewhat like you, at least in they were blue and very, and were cold. You seem cold. And they wished for the locust spirit to be of use for those beyond the soul quench. I believe it was a nature spirit. Powerful.
Can I do a history association shit?
Yeah, you can. This is gonna be if you get a good
Which
roll,
one?
this might be a bigger
History or nature?
you can do either are fine. Both work.
Oh?
So here's what you know. I'm gonna give you this kind of like a history answer, kind of like a nature answer. The locust spirit is a nature spirit. It's one of the strongest nature spirits. It is a very so much so that it's kind of considered as a political utility. The idea is that nature spirits can sometimes be hosted by druids, as in or similar people like rangers as well. And you can basically have that spirit inside of you, and it will give you abilities, including growing wings if you're human, and a couple other things. But the idea is the locust spirit is a very, very powerful spirit. The Soul Quench clan is a clan of elves, and for a very long time, albeit you believe more recently, it's very more recently it's gone out of the clan. But for a long time, it was something that was only those within the clan had access to it to be of hosts. However, in the last 3,000 years, that was basically 2 people. That was Glandar Soulquench and Quandar Soulquench. Both are dead.
Oh.
You think more recently it was given to a human, but you don't know more specifics on that. And the other thing I would say is you know that in order to... You don't know if this is the case for all nature spirits, but for the locust spirit, in order to become a new host, after a previous host dies, you have to eat that host.
Oh.
So, the fact that Fairy would care about this is of interest, perhaps? That's what you would know.
Okay, I'm gonna jot that down.
Thank you for your guidance in terms of directional utility. I'll be on my way. And they start to head back up, or head north. And you can kind of hear echoes, and it sounds like they like kind of bash against a wall a little bit and do some things. So let's do boom points. Do people want to do boom points?
No, I
don't
don't think
we
it's
don't have
not
to.
worth it.
Yeah.
There's
It
not
was
enough
a
of us.
short session. Not much happened. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I don't have a boom point to give anyone.